Hello, 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 and welcome to TheRoot'sShadow. This is your host, Nyte Crawla. The purpose of this channel itself is going to be for purpose and transformation for those looking for real, actionable solutions, not distractions or quick fixes. Today's topic is going to be As a Man Thinketh. Um, Jumping right into it. As a man thinketh, so is he. You may have heard this in scripture. For those who may have gone to church, you may have heard, raise them in the way they should go, and they will never turn from it. Real quick, again, as a man thinketh, these are dealing with your thoughts. If you are able to get a person to think highly of themselves and believe that, then that's just what it is. If you are also conversely able to get a person to think lowly of themselves, then that's what it is as well. I've heard it said, the man who thinks that they can and the man who thinks that they cannot are both correct. So with this being said, it simply boils down to your thoughts and what you believe. You may have also heard said in other ways at other times, all is mind, or mind over matter, or know thyself. Again, all of these point inward. You're not looking, for a neighbor or for validation from anything else other than the kingdom within. Yourself, the breath of life within you. I like to call this the Most High, but you can relate to it however you feel. The purpose of this message is again your thoughts. As a man thinketh, so is he. So, in regards to your thoughts, if I can ask you to think about something real quick, why is so much money spent and so much time spent to put a thought in your mind? So, like when dealing with commercials, those companies spend a great deal of money to get your eyeballs and your attention because they want your dollars. Anyone who can be seen as a persuasive, they're able to, get you to at least see what they're, you getting you to see their point. Again, thoughts. The thoughts themselves. If you were to go back in your own experience, like if you at any point you were sad, miserable, or whatever, there were thoughts tied to that. If you were happy, joyful, even blissful, there were thoughts tied to that. Um, Again, focusing on the thought. Also, want to try to dive in real quick as to point out your thoughts. You can control them, or you can be controlled by them. As stated or hinted at earlier, your thoughts are formed from your past experience, be it good or bad, and that in itself is also subjective because, again, uh, I've heard it explained this way: violence, acted on someone is generally considered bad, but if you were a parent and someone violently attacked your child, then violence will be okay in the act of protection. So again, good and bad can be seen, on different sides of the scale, depending on situations as they take place, real time. Okay. So, like I said, but either way, that good or bad experience imprints a thought in your mind. And again, your history, your past, is recorded whether you're aware of it or not, in what's known as the subconscious. And those past experiences, over time, they solidify, and become belief. So, is anyone alive believes that we breathe air, and it's because that belief we keep breathing air. But if you were to believe something different, then that over time will solidify and become a belief. So again, as a man thinketh, so is he. What you believe in your mind, wholeheartedly, you know, down to the core, down to the soul. This will be the life that you have, that you live, that you put out into the world. Metaphysically, if you will, there is nothing outside of you that does not already exist within. Um, but along that line. So again, if you think you are, you know, lesser than, you know, lower than nothing, and you believe that, then again, those are the words that come out of your mouth. Those are the actions you move in the world. And again, that's the life you're generating for yourself simply because you believe you're less than. Conversely, if you were to believe that you are amazing, worthy of nothing less than the best, you would again and believe that you would speak those words, you would act in that way, and you would create that life. But basically, uh, if you know you're doing it, it's at will. You know, it's nothing to like a radio station or a TV channel. You know, once you understand that you have the controller or the radio dial, you know, you can influence that once you understand it and get a grasp on it. You then understand that I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to think, you know, these horrible thoughts. You know, I can think about something that's more, you know, something more that I want to experience in life. You know, be it, hey, I want to experience happiness. I want to experience joy. I want to experience love. You know, you take on those ideas and those thoughts versus I want to experience sadness, loneliness, misery. Not judging, but I personally would never choose to think of those thoughts and feel that way and act that way and live in that way. So again, when you find yourself, you know, battling or even dealing with thoughts that are not what you want to experience in your real life, again, what you think, you say, and what you say, you'll do and you'll act upon, and it all starts in the mind. Again, as a man thinketh, so is he. If this helped, if you found any value from this little exchange or from this exchange period, I do want to thank you so much. And if you would not bother, if you wouldn't mind, you know, subscribing and hitting the like and hitting the notification button, so when I do upload a new or more content, you know, you'll have access to it. But again, thank you so much for stopping by. You have an amazing day, and more to come. Take care.